Powered by the Montana Television Network. Montana This Morning continues on Montana's News Leader.
Later today, President Trump will address the future of the Iran nuclear deal. I'm John Schumo in New York, and I'll tell you what he's expected to say.
And the city of Bozeman is moving quickly towards building its own combined fire, police, and courts facility. Coming up, why Bozeman commissioners are telling voters that they need to act now.
6:31 on this Tuesday. Our top national story this half hour. Later today, President Trump expected to announce whether he intends to keep the United States in the Iran nuclear deal.
CBS News has learned he will not issue a sanctions waiver, effectively ending the arms control deal in its current form. CBS's John Schumo has our details from New York.
In recent weeks, President Trump described the Iran nuclear deal as terrible and insane. He's railed against the international agreement since his campaign.
This deal is the all-time worst.
Despite pressure from European allies in recent weeks, foreign leaders were unable to persuade the White House to broker a side deal to satisfy the president's concerns. The 2015 agreement lifted economic sanctions on Iran in return for caps on its nuclear program. What happens next remains unclear. President Trump may reimpose U.S. sanctions after a 6-month grace period. He could also take a softer line in order to open up diplomatic wiggle room. On state TV Monday, Iran's president said if America leaves the deal, it would be okay as long as the other countries preserve the terms. He added Americans will be the main losers. Today, Hassan Rouhani acknowledged Iran could face some problems for 2 or 3 months. The CBS News poll finds 57% of Americans admit they don't know enough about the deal to say what the U.S. should do. John Schumo, CBS News, New York.
The president's announcement is currently scheduled for 2 p.m. at the White House today.
Closer to home this morning in Helena, thousands of people are stranded or have been relocated to the fairgrounds due to flooding. For many trailer and RV parks in the area, residents are elderly or disabled, can't even get basic supplies for food. Volunteers are going out to try to help those in need, but supplies are running short. City even running out of sand for its sandbags. So again, Matt, we've been talking about this for several days. We will continue to talk about it for several more days. Still lots of snow in the mountains. These overnight lows that we've had are just
very mild
to that.
In areas like Missoula, dealing with flooding concerns from the Bitterroot and the Clarks Fork, so certainly does compound the issue there. We'll talk about some of the numbers of our local rivers coming up in just a few minutes. Let's talk about temperatures this morning. As Chet alluded to, temperatures very mild this morning, into the 40s for much of the area. We expect lots of sunshine, temperatures eventually topping out into the 70s for today. We do have rain in the forecast before the week is done, also a fairly significant cool down. We'll talk more about that, of course, in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Matt. Now 6:34, a top local story for you. City commissioners are starting to make decisions on a public safety facility. MTN's Medeiros Babb tells us when this project will end up on voters' ballots.
On April 23rd, the city decided not to build a joint law and justice center with Gallatin County, but instead build a facility of its own.
That's absolutely essential. We need to solve our issue with law enforcement. We need to solve our issues with courts. We need to solve our issues with the fire department.
This $37 million public safety facility would be 82,000 square feet and would house city police, fire, courts, and prosecution. It would be located on 8 acres of city-owned property on North Rouse and East Oak.
So really what we're doing is planning for growth, and growth in Bozeman is based upon the demand that's for our city services, and it's an urban environment, and we need to think about that in the context of public safety now.
City Manager Andrea Surratt says the longer the city waits to build this facility, the more expensive it will be. She advises the project to be put on the November 6th ballot.
Because it takes a long time to prepare and plan for those facilities, we need to start now with that, building those foundations.
She clarified the average taxpayer would only pay $146 a year if both the city's project and the county's Law and Justice Center were approved. Commissioners agreed with Surratt and unanimously approved the motion for the project to be on the November 6th ballot. In Bozeman, Medeiros Babb, MTN News.
Gallatin County has decided to not put its new Law and Justice Center project on the November ballot in fear of the two projects competing for voters' approval.
In business headlines, new numbers from Yellowstone National Park show 4.1 million people visited Yellowstone in 2017, and they spent nearly $500 million in communities around the park. All that money supported more than 7,300 jobs in those communities. Visitors spent 33% of their money on lodging or camping, 27.5% of their money spent on food and beverages, 12% on gas. Park officials say the economic impact of Yellowstone is directly tied to the preservation of the park's wildlife and its scenery.
And the numbers are in. It was the most successful year for Give Big Gallatin Valley as it passed its fundraising goal of $1 million in just 24 hours. More than 4,700 donors combined to raise $1.2 million for 194 nonprofits throughout Gallatin Valley. This marks a historic year for Give Big as they raised just shy of their fundraising totals from the past 3 years combined. Eagle Mount Bozeman and Big Sky Discovery Academy brought in the most donations, while the Gallatin Valley Land Trust and Haven boasted the most donors. Bozeman Area Community Foundation's Executive Director Bridget Wilkinson says it's inspiring to see the community to come together and to give big.
I think it shows that our area, our region, is incredibly invested in this place that we all get to call home. And they recognize that our nonprofits are such an important part of our community. They are part of the lifeblood of what makes this place so special. And so to have a day just to celebrate those organizations, I think, is really exemplary of how special of a community we live in.
Hear, hear. The Bozeman Area Community Foundation says it expects to have the final fundraising numbers sometime this week.
Nicely
That's incredible.
Done. Well
Incredible.
Done. Well
I
done.
love
Well
it.
done.
I love it. I love it. Stay with us. We're so happy to have you here on this Tuesday morning. Since it is Tuesday, that means it is time for your Montana-made product of the week. Today, taking a look at cowboy culture mixed into functional art.
But first, here's John Dickerson with a look at what's coming up at 7 on CBS this morning.
Good morning. Ahead on CBS this morning, New York's Attorney General suddenly resigns after 4 women accuse him of physical abuse. We'll talk with Ricky Kleeman about the legal ramifications. And we got the first look at Uber's plan for flying taxis, why the CEO thinks you may be hailing an Uber Air in the next few years. See you at 7.